Welcome to this short and simple journey into machine learning, the way machines learn just like us. In this lesson, we'll explore how computers understand the world, with or without teachers, and how that connects to the powerful world of generative AI. Let's begin. By the end of this lesson, you'll clearly understand the three main types of machine learning explained with real-life examples, how to identify which type fits which kind of problem, how the structure of data, whether it's labeled or not, shapes how machines learn. You'll even try your first unsupervised demo, and finally, see how all this connects to how AI models like GPT work. Humans learn in different ways. Sometimes we learn from a teacher who tells us what's right or wrong. Sometimes we explore and figure things out ourselves. And sometimes we learn by trying, making mistakes, and improving. Machines learn in exactly the same three ways. Supervised learning, learning with a teacher. Definition: model learns from labeled data. Every example has an input and the correct answer, output. This is the first way, learning with a teacher. In supervised learning, the model learns from labeled data. Every example comes with both an input and the correct answer, the output. It's just like a student learning from examples that already have answers. Imagine teaching a child about fruits. You show a cat and say, "This is a cat." You show a dog and say, "This is a dog." After enough examples, the child can recognize new cats and dogs all by themselves. That's exactly how supervised learning works. It learns from examples that come with answers. Supervised learning is everywhere. It powers email spam filters, face recognition on your phone, and medical tools that detect diseases from scans. All these systems were trained with labeled data, millions of examples where the correct answers were already known. The key idea here is simple. If you can give the machine examples with answers, it can learn to predict answers for new situations on its own. That's how your email filters out spam. It's learned from thousands of examples. Now comes the second way, learning without a teacher. In unsupervised learning, the data has no labels, no answers. The model simply explores and finds hidden patterns on its own. It groups similar things together naturally, just like how your brain groups music, clothes, or friends with similar tastes. Think about a shopping website that groups customers by what they buy. No one tells it who is similar to whom. It discovers patterns by itself. That's how it recommends people who bought this also bought. That's unsupervised learning in action. Unsupervised learning is used in customer segmentation, market research, anomaly detection, and even in data compression. It's like a detective, quietly discovering patterns and relationships hidden in the data. Now, the third way, reinforcement learning. This is learning by experience, by trying, failing, and improving. The model takes an action, observes what happens, and gets a reward or a penalty. Just like humans, it learns what works and what doesn't. It's how self-driving cars, robots, and even game-playing AIs like AlphaGo learn to make smart decisions. Imagine a baby learning to walk. At first, he keeps falling, but every time he stays balanced, he gets a reward. Over time, he learns to walk smoothly. That's the beauty of reinforcement learning. The machine learns by doing. Now let's look at self-supervised learning, the bridge between all three. Here, the machine creates its own labels from raw data. It doesn't need human supervision. It learns by predicting part of the data from other parts. For example, GPT models learn to predict the next word in a sentence. By doing this millions of times, they start to understand grammar, meaning, and context, all on their own. That's how modern generative